Hey, 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 Jackson FBLA. We may be out of school for many, many days. See, that almost rhymed. All right, hey, thanks for checking this out. This is the easiest way to try to communicate with all of you. Thank you for being in our chapter, and thanks for being leaders in our school. We really appreciate having students like you who are interested in bettering themselves. That said, we have districts coming up after what could potentially be days off of school. So this is a paper that if we magically do end up back at school, Thursday or Friday next week, you'll get a paper copy of. But if we do not, I wanted to make sure we at least talked you through some of this. So for those of you attending districts, it is on Monday, February 2nd. If we have school, we have districts, unless many of the schools in our district are out. We'll let you know. Make sure you're on the band app. If you're not sure how to get on it, contact an officer. They can hook you up, okay? The schedule for the day is as you will see here. At 7:20 on a Monday morning, we need you here in proper business dress, okay? We need you here on time. Don't be late, because we have people who have performances at 8:05, and if we don't pull out till late, they could be late, okay? So 7:20, you're going to be at the event center, and the FBLA dress code, dress in slacks, guys, long shirt, tie. You do not have to wear a suit. You do not have to wear a jacket. You do not have to wear a dress if you're a girl, but do make sure that they are that you look professional, okay? You can wear, girls, you can wear pants with a top and a little cardigan over top or something like that. If you're not sure, send a picture to one of the officers. Kevin Kai is your president. Send one to him, and he can tell you if it's okay. Mainly focus on the unacceptables. No denim, okay? No tennis shoes, none of that sort of thing. So it does need to be business professional, okay? Not ESPN professional, but like business professional, okay? The bus pulls away at 7:30, and hopefully before then. If everybody is there, we will go. We will leave you. At 7:30, if there's not everybody there, Miss Crabtree will pull away from the event center, okay? Some of you are in early events. Those can start as early as 8 o'clock. Those of you who are not in early events or are not competing that day because you've already taken a test, you're going to have a little bit of free time early in the morning. So you can go over across the way in the university center for a little bit. If you want, you can, grab you some breakfast and bring it with you. Stop by Jackson Donut on your way to go to school to get on the bus so you've got some snacks when you get there, whatever. But by 8:45, you need to be seated in the auditorium for the opening session. That starts at 9. At 9:45 is the election. We have Maddie, Lorelai, and Emma, who are going to be our voting delegates. You guys should have gotten an email about that with everybody's stuff to watch. So they will do that. At 9:45, everybody else who's not them will head over to the University Center. And if you have an event before 10:30, you're going to go ahead and head that direction and sort of practice and prep and get yourself in the mind space. If you're not, we want you to go to the UC Program Lounge. That's the third floor, the main floor, for the CMO session. CMO's going to have their business people there to do a short 30-minute session. They'll have door prizes and stuff, so that'll be good. There is a room called the Heritage Room that's up on the upstairs level, which is where all the competitive events will be. That's kind of a practice space. So if you don't want to sit in a hallway and you want to run through and practice in there, they'll have that space that's in a room, so you're not in a hallway. You can pop in and out of there as you need to, but that's not for people to hang out in. It is a practice space, so it's just for people who are wanting to go practice and run through. Otherwise, pick a workshop time. So anyone not competing is 10 o'clock. They're going to go to the 10 o'clock CMO session. And then there are sessions at 10:45, 11:30, and 11:45, and you can pick one of those to go to as well. If you're in two performances, you may not, depending on when your performances are, have time to catch a workshop. But if it fits with your schedule, try to go to one. We will have a spot for two of you to go to the 11:45. That's like a hands-on, you're going to be doing stuff workshop. If you're interested in that one from 11:45 to 12:45, let us know. We have 2 tickets for only 2 people. We do need some timekeepers. So if you're not competing that day, Miss Crabtree needs somebody to timekeep for broadcast journalism and somebody to timekeep for public service announcement. Not the same person, and you do have to stay there that whole time. So if you're interested, that means you get to sit in there while people are actually performing. So it's kind of cool. Sorry. Anitra called. That's your principal. Anyways, all right. After that, you guys will have lunch sometime before 12:30. So in this gap of time here find a time to go eat yourself some lunch or DoorDash some food or go to the UC, and there's plenty of places there to choose from to eat. 12:45, everybody needs, unless you're still competing, and some of you may be, 12:45, you need to be back over at the auditorium. So unless you're competing, which means you'll be where Kramer and Skinner are, unless you're competing, everybody back at the auditorium at 12:45, okay? At 12:50, if you're a district officer right now, like Kevin, or you're running for a district officer position, all of those people, there's 3 of them, should be meeting over at the ballroom. So don't go to the auditorium if you're those 3 people. Go to the ballroom for a quick little 10-minute meeting. By 1:30, we should start the awards, installation of officers. We should be done by 3, back at school by 3:30, okay? So that's the schedule. Some very important things here are on the right. Again, professional business dress, denim is not allowed, no jeans, no tennis shoes, no cargo pants, like it needs to be businessy, okay? Slacks, a blouse, a sweater, a long tie, or long shirt, tie, that sort of thing, okay? We will leave without you, so be on time. You will get a name tag from Jackson FBLA that you're going to wear. You'll have a lanyard, so unless you want to use your own, make sure you return it. And then you have to have an ID, okay? Bring your student ID. Doesn't have to be a driver's license. Just bring your student ID. If you've lost your student ID, bring your driver's license. But you're going to have it to compete if you're competing, okay? Performers, you're going to be presenting your slides from a device, a laptop or iPad or whatever it is you bring, Chromebook, whatever. Be sure to charge it. As soon as you get on campus, get on the Wi-Fi. Make sure you can get on the Southeast Wi-Fi. Be ready for anything. I would consider printing off your slides or like making a PDF, like download. You can go into Google Slides and download a PDF. You can do the same thing in Canva. Download a PDF of your slides just in case like the internet isn't working or something. So you still have your slides, okay? At least you have a PDF and it's saved to your Chromebook or whatever. Practice. If you and your partner, if you're in a team, have not practiced yet, get on a Zoom if we're out of school all week and practice over Zoom. You can let an advisor know. We're happy to hop in with you and give you feedback. If you really want to do well, please practice, okay? Look over your scoring rubrics again on the National FBLA website. Make sure you know how they're scoring it. Look in order. Judges know what to score you on, but they may not ask you about any of it. It's on you to make sure you cover the things on your scoring guide. All right, down here is the bit.ly link. This is the program. This is the program that has the schedule for the day. It tells you the food places and all that stuff. So make sure that you like put that in your phone or something so you've got that program ready to go. The next couple pages here are your event times. So where it says setup or prep, you're going to, about 10 minutes before that, you're going to go to the ballroom on the top floor at the UC and check in. So there's a couple pages that have all of these on here. And then the last page is competitive event reminders. So if you're in an event, read these. Okay, if you're performing, read these. So if you're in a case study event, management, customer service, entree, impromptu, etc., read this part here. I'm not going to read it to you, okay? Penalty points will be deducted if you're not in dress code, so make sure you're in dress code. If you're in an interview, you can't bring anything in with you. Your interview will be 10 minutes long. Just show up. If you're in those other presentation events, the ones that you had to turn something in advance, those different events here, make sure, again, you have your own device, no projectors, have an internet backup plan, and then this tells you your time. You have 7 minutes, you get 1 minute warning, and there's like 3 minutes of Q&A at the end. Read this as well. If you're in the speech events, public speaking, intro to public, you have 5 minutes, 1 minute warning, 2 minute Q&A after where they will ask you questions. And then in all events, if you hit the time limit, they will stop you, and that's it. Mid-sentence, you stop speaking. So that's how that works. Now, you guys who are in a role play event, if it says like it's a case study and like you are the management team for blank and you are meeting with these clients, then when you go in and you talk to your judges, you need to talk to your judges that way. So once you start and time starts and you say judges ready, timekeeper ready, introduce yourselves before that and say like, hey, we're the Jackson team. We're going to be doing our entrepreneurship event. Are the judges ready? Yes. Is the timekeeper ready? Yes. All right. Can I begin? And then begin. And then you'll be like, you know, hi, we're the management team from whatever. As we understand, you guys are wanting our help with da-da-da. So like run it as a role play. Pretend they're the people. Don't like do it where you're talking about it. Like role play that out if you're in these different events where you have to do that. Impromptu speaking is different because you're writing a speech, but the rest of these will either be a case study or a role play. So look how it's written up. Okay. Again, I hate that we may not be in school and we don't have time to get as in-depth with all of this with you guys as I would like. And I also don't like that we didn't get a chance to run through a lot of your events with you either. So please, please, please do your best to prepare yourself. Okay. One last thing I wanted to mention, again, IDs. Don't forget your IDs. You got to have them. Got to have it to get on the bus. Crabtree will check them as you load that bus. Again, do not be late that day. Be on the band app. We will send out updates as needed. Stay on Canvas. We'll update through there as well. You'll be on there for your classes probably during the snow days too. So if you have additional questions about how this works, let us know. Otherwise, good luck. Enjoy your time in the snow, and hopefully we see you prior to districts.